Well, we just heard the tragic story of John the Baptist's death. King Herod, though fascinated by John, was trapped by his own pride and the bitterness of Herodias, his princess of a wife. Well, she held a grudge so deeply against John that she manipulated events to have him executed. She harbored this grudge because John spoke the truth about her unlawful marriage to Herod. But rather than acknowledging her wrongdoing and seeking conversion, well, she allowed resentment to fester. Her hatred grew so strong that when the opportunity arose, she seized it with vengeance, using her daughter's dance to manipulate Herod into granting her cruel request. This tragic story illustrates how an unforgiving heart can lead a person into grave sin. And it also serves as a stark warning to us. When we allow bitterness to take root in our hearts, it can lead to destructive consequences. Grudges and bitterness are poisons that corrode the soul. We become prisoners of the very things that we refuse to forgive. It doesn't harm the person we are angry with as much as it harms us. When we hold on to grudges, what we do is we give control of our hearts to resentment rather than to God's grace. Instead of finding peace, we are burdened with anger and consumed by thoughts of revenge. Scripture warns us in Ephesians chapter 4, let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and slander be put away from you, along with all malice. So how do we let go of bitterness and embrace forgiveness? Well, number one, recognize your own need for God's mercy. Recall how much God has forgiven you, because that'll all make it easier to extend that mercy, that same mercy, to others. When we forgive, we break the chains of anger, pride, and hurt. We open our hearts to God's grace, allowing His love to heal what is wounded within us. Number two, pray for those who have wronged you. I know that's hard to do, but we're called to do that, to pray for those who done us wrong. Jesus, after all, instructs us to love our enemies and pray for those who persecute us. Praying softens our hearts and allows God to heal our wounds. Number three, take practical steps to reconcile where possible. This may involve having a difficult conversation, seeking counsel, or simply deciding in your heart to release the grudge, even if the other person never apologizes. My dear friends, if there is any bitterness in our hearts today, let us surrender it to Christ. Let us not be like Herodias, who allowed resentment to destroy her soul. Instead, let us be like Christ, who chose forgiveness over hatred, mercy over vengeance, and love over bitterness. In doing so, we will find true peace and freedom in the Lord.
Thank you for participating in the digital liturgy today. The digital ministry touches the lives of many people, as does almost 80 other ministries here at OLPH. Grateful for the community that connects to OLPH through this digital forum. It's unbelievable how many people are able to access the liturgy and other events because of this ministry. Please consider supporting OLPH. All of your sacrifices help to sustain this parish and to keep moving us into the future. Thank you very much, and keep watching.